Hi, welcome to Season 5, Episode 11 of Everyday NLP Bites. And I've entitled this season of podcasts, What Are You Saying? Because my focus is on language patterns. I'm Florence Madden. I'm an NLP trainer and coach based in Cumbria in the north of England. I'm also the author of The Intention Impact Conundrum and the co-author of Everyday NLP. So as I've said, through this season of podcasts, I am looking at language patterns, everyday language patterns that can easily slip by our notice. And sometimes it doesn't matter. On other occasions, though, these language patterns can cause us some problems. They can have a detrimental effect on us, on other people, and sometimes on our relationships with other people. And the one that I'm going to focus on in this podcast is where we make comparisons. Where we say things like, I need to be a better manager, better parent, better neighbor, better friend, or I handled that badly, or I need to improve. And what's wrong with all of those is there is nothing to compare it to. So how do we know when we are doing better as a manager, a parent, a friend, or a neighbor? How do we know when we're handling something more effectively? How do we know when we've made improvements? The American president, Theodore Roosevelt, said that comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm guessing what he meant by that is that when we make comparisons, but no way of knowing when we've got there, then there is no end result. There is no success. There is no celebration. In the NLP Meta Model, these are referred to as comparative deletions. And they almost invariably mean that we are making criticisms of ourselves or other people. But criticisms with nowhere to go to. The businessman Nido Qubein said that winners compare their achievements with their goals. They know where they're looking to get to. And that's the problem with these comparative deletions. We don't know when we've got there. I also see these as being very closely allied to perfectionism. I'm indebted to a course delegate recently who said to me that perfectionism is a perversion. Now, you may well be thinking the strive to perfection maybe motivates us to improve, and very often it does. But it can have also quite detrimental effects for ourselves and other people. It can lead us to all or nothing thinking. Things are either good or bad, they're right or wrong. It can lead us to procrastinate because of fear of failure, fear of starting something because we don't think it'll be good enough. And we can put that on to other people by not allowing them to do things or not delegating to them because they may not achieve the standard that we think we might. And it can also cause us to fixate on our mistakes. So what can we do about it? Well, perhaps the simple question is to ask ourselves, or if someone else is saying that to us, to just simply ask, compared to what? How do we know when we've got there? I was speaking to a client on one occasion who was looking to make improvements in their team. And I asked that person, well, what do you want your people to do? And he said to me, I want them to do more. Well, I said, okay, well, what is more? The conversation went on for quite a period of time. And at the end of that, he still couldn't tell me what more was. So I felt duty bound to point out to him, then how will his team know what more is if he can't say what that is? Now, I guess we have some sympathy with that because often we know that what we have right now is not necessarily what we want from ourselves or from other people. But being able to be more explicit really helps us to move forward. So we can help ourselves and other people to succeed, to celebrate, and to be able to move forward by just thinking, how will we know when we've got there? What does better look like? Just asking that question. Compared to what? So I want to finish today on a quote from the minister Stephen Furtick, who said, "The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel." So if you've been watching this season of podcasts, I hope that's been enjoyable for you, watching or listening, however you're consuming these. This is the last in this season of Everyday NLP Bites. But what's in the pipeline, and starting on the 27th of February, is a new series of podcasts, which I've entitled Impact Effectively. Based on my book, The Intention Impact Conundrum, it goes rather wider than NLP and looks at other concepts that can help us improve the impact that we make on others. So that starts on the 27th of February. In the meantime, you can find out more about the services that I offer, the courses that I run on my website, which is www.florencemadden.co.uk. So thank you again for watching or listening, and I hope you'll join me on the 27th of February when I start to do my podcasts on how to impact effectively. Bye for now.